probably 20, 30 years ago, there's no way, no chance I would have been standing up here talking with you guys. I had no, I thought perfection, I was such a perfectionist. I really started the first seriously 5 decades of my life, and I'm going to be 58 in 2 weeks. And it was the first 5 years of my life, really, I spent living by a rule book. I mean, I thought I didn't have a choice, ever. It was just, this is how things are done. It was, I mean, I don't know, how many of you guys in primary school, elementary school, who else wore uniforms and did, okay, yeah. So it was just, okay, you get up, you go to school, you are permanent property, you studied. We didn't do extracurricular thing. Like in my house, it was like, this is your focus. You get straight A's, you do this, you do that. And then, it's this grade, then you move on to this grade, then you move on to that grade, then you get into honors thing, and then you go to high school. Again, all girls Catholic high school. So it's like, I grew up Chicago Catholic, and no other things. It was just, you just move on. Everything is a should, guilt, shame. So much of it was so scripted and never, myself, I was creative. So I would have an outlet, but it was always internal. And it was in my room, and it was drawing or, doing creative things, but I never felt like I could share that or experience it outside of that. And, it was a very, very difficult thing to do. So anyway, it really felt like I had to progress my entire, five decades really of doing that. I felt like, okay, I had to do this, then get married, then, be a wife, be a mom, focus on this, focus on that, focus on that, always playing a specific role and having that role. And then that's how I identified myself. I never knew I had a choice. I really didn't. I didn't know that I could choose my own values. I could choose what I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to live. What are my values? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? So it's been really refreshing. So when I was about 50 and when my daughter had gone off to college and then now in grad school, I started just really being introspective. I also have had some pretty major health issues, and I was housebound for about 1.5 years because of vestibular migraine and issues, and was at Mayo Clinic and doing a lot of testing and stuff, but I couldn't leave the house. And it was really, really difficult, but I got, because of research studies there I had the amazing experience of being in a ketamine trial. And I know, people are like, you're on ketamine? But it was amazing because I also, at the time, I'm one of the founding members of the Minnesota Film Alliance, and been involved in film and TV. I've been in business and VP of tech companies and startups, and have been in marketing and branding, and work in the C-suite. And I've always been very business focused, very everything like that, and always trying to shield myself because I'm a really energetic, outward focused person, very passionate about things. But when I get a little bit too passionate about things, people will be like, oh, that's too much, that's too much. And so I always felt I was too much for everybody. And then only recently have I finally found, what? People are just like, you gotta find your people. And once you do that, you actually shine, and you can lift other people up with who you are if you find the right people in the right group and who you want to be. But ketamine helped me open up my eyes 2, and it's through Mayo Clinic. It's in its IV thing. So I'm not like hanging out at home like doing ketamine and all that. Really, but truly, I mean, I went to, and I've been a part of a documentary at the Psychedelic Science Conference and stuff too, and I learned a lot about this, and I'm in social impact in film. It's a very big part of me. I'm now head of Global Alliances for Aware Now Media, and I'm going to give you guys some information there. And I know, Maxon's like, Sarah, you can talk all day, so don't. So anyway, one of the things I wanted to see is that one of the things, I've been in nonprofit organizations, I've helped with the Tourette Association, neurological differences, everything. And one of the most important things that I always want to know is ketamine has helped me realize how much we are all connected. And the universe, it opened up my mind to how connected everybody is. And every single action that we have has an impact. And we can make that positive. And it can be just a simple smile that you can bring to the person who's in the checkout line of a cashier who might be having a difficult day.
The butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect, exactly. No, it is. And so my mantra really became, and when I was about 50, is all I care about is working with good, authentic people on really cool projects and making a difference. And I'm like, as long as I focus on those 3 things, I'm good. That's how I want to leave my legacy. And then I started looking at other people, and I was just going to say, what do these 3 people have in common? Do you guys know? They actually all 3 of these who are famous people, they became famous and made a huge difference after age 50. Alfred Hitchcock did not even start doing anything. Rear Window was when he was 54. Julia Child did not even start getting into cooking until she was close to 60. Morgan Freeman was only doing stage acting and stuff up until after he was in his late 50s. So, that's the other thing. It's like, people sometimes don't even realize, they're like, oh, I'm too old for that. And so many times they just discourage. They're like, oh my God, look, it's 1:27. Sorry. Okay, anyway, I learn every day. I'm like this crazy learner. That's all I care about every day too, is making other people happy. I want every life I touch to be better because of me. Like everybody. But just so you guys don't have to do that, I did some research and I found this list too. But here are the top 11 things. Do you like that? So it's not perfectionist. The top advice from just about any self-help book. See, perfectionism equals procrastination. I know that. I'm really bad at that. And the sleep, eat, exercise, chill out, repeat. I'll add drink water in there, especially today. Okay? Yeah. And you can't get it all from reading. That's so true. Like, I love to do new experiences. Oh my God, everything. And that's also why I love the film industry, right? I mean, this industry is so amazing. I mean, this is like the industry we get to do so many damn cool things. Okay. So, I just want to say that too, because, after being for so long with all the shoulds, and also I lived so long, and I still have a challenge with this, of regrets. Like, oh, I should have done that, but it's also really, really important to remember, like, nothing's predestined. Everything that's happened in the past too, don't live your life looking in the rearview mirror. Everything that's important is ahead of you. So it's always really important to remember that. And then, but a couple resources. So Aware Now Media is, these are just a few of the great groups that I'm working with. First, of course, Creativity Conference, which I'm honored. And can we please thank and give a round of applause for Maxon and Aiden. I'm honored to be on the board of advisors for the Creativity Conference, and we do have conferences around the world throughout the year, as well as an online community and resources. So please check us out. And Aware Now Media is an incredible organization. We have online magazine, printed magazine, podcasts, and just came out with an amazing documentary about MS that we are going to be doing around the world. And then there's the Impact and Profit Conference as well, which is the SIE is Social Impact and Entertainment. There are unbelievable resources there. And of course, all of you know about Raindance because we're here. So thank you so much to Elliot and the team at Raindance. You guys are fantastic, and thank you for having us.